So we just got a new open source video AI model, and this one is insane. Aside from being able to generate videos up to 2 minutes long, it also runs on as low as 6 GB of VRAM, which is very impressive when you compare it to other video models that require 40 GB of VRAM or more to run, meaning that you can run this model on most consumer grade GPUs. The model I'm talking about today is called FramePack, and it's been developed by the same guy that made ControlNet. Here are a couple of example videos from their GitHub page. As you can see, some of the videos look great, almost as good as some popular closed source video generators. And compared to models like Sora or Kling, this one is completely uncensored, meaning that there's no restrictions when generating videos with it. Stick around because next up I'm gonna show you step by step how to install and run FramePack on your own computer for free. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is go to the first link in the description. It would bring you to their GitHub page, and if we scroll down a little bit, over here you can see the installation. Now, if you take a look at this page, you can see all the necessary details and also example videos of how this AI will perform. But for now, let's focus on the installation. And as you can see over here, it is true that you only need 6 GB of VRAM in order to run this. So let's go ahead and click on this link right over here and go ahead and click save. Okay, now that the file has been downloaded, go ahead and double click on it. Know that you will need WinRAR for this to work. And then go ahead and select this file and extract it to wherever you have space on your computer. So after you extracted the files, go ahead and double click on Update over here. And then go ahead and click on Run. Okay, so this is going to install all of the files that you need, and this is quite a large package, so make sure that you extract this folder somewhere where you have enough space. This is about 30 GB by the way, so make sure that you have enough space to install it. As you can see, this is downloading quite a lot of stuff, so be patient. Now, after the installation is done, you should be greeted with this standard Gradio interface. Now, if you run into some sort of error while you are trying to install this, for example, while you're trying to install it, your PC keeps crashing, or while you're trying to use this and generate a video, your computer just keeps crashing and you get the blue screen, then a reason for that could be the fact that you don't have enough of virtual RAM allocated. So in order to fix that, go ahead and search for performance. Click on advanced and change, and over here you should select one of your drives and manually allocate some more virtual RAM. So in my instance, because I have a lot of free space on this SSD, I allocated some more virtual RAM. So ideally you should try to allocate this amount, but if you don't have enough free space, then you can go ahead and allocate a smaller amount. And after that, just click on set and OK. Next thing, if you are trying to generate a video and instead of seeing a preview of your video over here, you are seeing just random noise, then you're gonna have to reinstall the whole program. Okay, now that we got the issues out of the way, you can go ahead and use this program as it is, but for those of you who have less than 16 GB of VRAM, or you just want the generations to be faster, there's another thing that you can do. If you take a look over here in the console, you can see that we have a couple of issues. First of all, we don't have Xformers installed, Flash ATN or Sage ATN. These are just some extensions that you can use to speed up the whole process. So in this instance, we are going to install Flash ATN to make the generations much faster. And in order to do that, all you have to do is go into your FramePack installation folder, System, Python, and then type cmd. And first of all, we're gonna have to check which Python version we have installed. So just type Python version, and we can see that we have Python 3.10.6. and next we're going to search for python.exe mheap list, and if we scroll up a little bit, we can see that we have the version 2.6.0 of Torch and CUDA 12.6. So if you click on the other link in the description, it will bring you to this page, and if we look down over here, this is the file that we need. It says CUDA version 12.6, Torch 2.6, and Python 3.10. So just go ahead and download it. Save it wherever you want. So after the file has been downloaded, go ahead and open the exact same command line and type python exe-m pip install. Make sure to add a space over here, and then go ahead and drag this file over here and click enter. So now Flash ATN has been installed. We can go ahead and close this window, and we are going to restart FramePack. To run it again, all you have to do is go ahead and open your FramePack folder, and then just go ahead and double click on run.bat, and this will automatically open FramePack for you. So now everything is done and you can go ahead and generate your videos. So first of all, click over here to add your input image. I'm going to use this image of a girl. Next up, over here we can type our prompt. Okay, so here is our prompt. The girl smiles and then looks away. For more detailed prompting instructions, you can go back to their GitHub page and then go ahead and scroll all the way down to the bottom. And over here we can see some prompting guidelines. Now this one tells us to go ahead and copy this prompt over here and then paste it into ChatGPT alongside with the image that we want to animate. And this will give us a proper prompt. But in our case, we're just gonna use a simple prompt such as this one. If we scroll down a little bit, you can see this option over here called use Tcache. So if you take this, the generation will be a bit faster, but the hands quality will be a bit lower, which is a pretty fair trade-off in my opinion. Over here we have a seed. Now you can go ahead and paste or type any type of seed that you want. It doesn't really matter. Over here we have the total video length, which ranges between 1 second and 120 seconds, meaning that you can create up to 2 minutes long videos, which is quite interesting. But for this one, I'm just gonna leave it on 5 seconds. Over here is the amount of steps. Now ideally you should use the recommended 25 steps, but I noticed that it also works really well with a lower amount of steps all the way down to 15 steps, and this is going to ensure that our generation is going to be a lot faster. Over here is the CFG scale. Now ideally you should leave this on default, but if you want the AI to follow your prompt a bit more closely, then you can go ahead and increase this value, but I'm just gonna leave it on 10. And over here we have the GPU inference reserved memory. This means that if you increase the slider over here, the program is going to use up less of your VRAM. So if you have very low VRAM and you also want to keep your system stable, then you can go ahead and increase this value, but keep in mind that this will also make the generation a lot slower. In my case, I'm just gonna leave it all the way down to 6. Over here we have 2 prompt examples in case you don't know how to write your prompts, and I'm gonna leave everything else as it is and just click on start generation. So keep in mind that this process will take quite a lot of time, especially if you don't have a lot of VRAM, so be patient. And as you can see, the video is starting to generate. At first you're gonna see a very large number over here. For example, I have 95.49 seconds per iteration, which is quite a lot of time, but don't worry, this value will decrease as the process goes on. And if we take a look over here, we can see a very low quality preview of each frame. And if we take a look over here, we can see that it already generated the first second of the video. Don't worry if you see that it's only 1 second long, because this is just the first part. As you can see, it's still generating the rest. And here is our result. As you can see, this is indeed a video of a girl that smiles and then looks away. Okay, next up, let's try something else. Over here I have this AI generated image of a cat samurai, and for this one I'm gonna use the prompt: the cat samurai pulls out katana in a swift motion. And for this one, let's lower the amount of time to something like 3 seconds for a faster generation. And here is the result. As you can see, it is indeed a samurai cat that pulls out its katana in a swift motion, even though if you take a look over here, the movement is a bit weird. I mean, you can see a couple of artifacts, such as the fact that at first he pulls the sword out of the holster, but after that the sword just spawns out of nowhere. So it's a bit more complicated when working with such complex movements, but overall this still looks pretty good. And keep in mind that even though I only generated short videos of 3 or 5 seconds, you can go as far as 120 seconds with this one. You just have to be very patient. Next up, let's try this example photo of a dog playing piano while wearing a wizard hat, and for this one the prompt is: the dog is playing piano while looking around. Once again, I'm only going to use 15 steps, and for this one let's generate a video that is 10 seconds long. Leave everything else the same and just click on start generation. And this is the result. This looks really great. As you can see, the dog is playing piano and it's also looking around, and you can see that the anatomy stays pretty good, the shape of the head stays pretty decent, even the stars don't seem to morph too much. So overall, this looks pretty great. So this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think about this new AI model down in the comments, and if you need help with anything, be sure to leave a comment and I'm gonna try to get back to you as soon as possible. Goodbye and see you in the next one.